Hey! Hello, my name is Selena.
And my name's Theoni, and you are listening to Piping Hot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Piping Hot.
We know you missed us.
I know. We've returned after a long break, and I hope everyone has been well rested. Me and Theoni have kind of not really been well rested, but here we are.
I was going to say, I hope that for you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, Selena. I've been feeling a little sick or just, I've been so tired. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was like jet lag 3 hours from Vegas or what's going on.
Yeah.
But I have just been so flippin' tired.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
I've been in a good mood and everything, but just so tired.
Just exhausted.
Man. Yeah.
I mean, I will say we did a lot of shit in Vegas. So like I don't blame you that you're like trying to catch up and then the time difference doesn't help either. But I've been fine with sleep. It's just that like whenever I don't feel well, it like comes in waves. So like Saturday, Sunday, I was feeling well. And then today I'm like, oh, I kind of have a headache again. Like what?
Oh,
and I was like fine all weekend, and now it's come back, and so I just feel like I'm being pulled in two different directions. Like every time I think I'm gonna
either let me be sick so I can get over it, or let me feel healthy.
Yeah, like I don't. There's no in between, so that's a little bit annoying, but
yeah, I would be irritated too. But how's life? Oh, should we tell people about Vegas?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, okay, cool. So here's our Vegas recap.
Wait, I want to say every single person I've talked to about our Vegas trip, they have commented about how amazing our outfits were.
Yes, we do.
Literally, I feel very proud, okay?
I feel very proud as well. We were kind of popping off.
We were. And
not kind of, we were.
We were. And honestly, like, we like talked about our outfits like months before.
We did.
Like, it was insane.
We put a lot of thought into this for no reason at all. But I guess it paid off.
Honestly, it's a nice little confidence boost because I'm like, I worked really hard for that.
No, same. No, literally, we did. We did work hard for that. And then I went back to my normal frickin' whatever the heck I wear to work. But it's fun to have an excuse to dress up and wear your fun clothes and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Sorry. If I'm like sniffle into the microphone, I apologize. I have a little bit of a runny nose, so.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Vegas recap. We can do highlights.
Basically, yes, highlights. So my favorite parts, by far, were the shows we went to.
Yeah.
By far. We saw Kelly Clarkson, which was life-changing.
Yeah.
Her voice was so good.
So good.
The instruments were so good. She literally played every song I wanted her to.
Yes.
Like, Selena and I talked about what we wanted to hear, like, when we got there, and somehow she played every single song I wanted.
Yeah, it was almost, like, perfect. Like, it was crazy.
It literally was. It was so good. And then Saturday night, we went to the Magic Mike show, which honestly was... Okay, it wasn't all just like naked men.
No.
It was like a lot of dancing and stuff, which was really, really good.
Yes.
We have some videos, and I'm telling you guys, Selena's screaming in the videos take me out. Can I play one of them?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Because you know what? I haven't even looked at those since we got back from Vegas because I am so embarrassed. Not by the show. So embarrassed by how I sound in the videos. Because I was literally screaming at every little tiny thing. Like, it was so excessive.
It made it even better in the moment because I think Selena was screaming. I wasn't making noise half of the time because my jaw was just dropped. Like, I was so in shock. But either way, those two like shows were definitely my highlight. But we did a day club one day, and the pool was really nice, and so I love those things.
Yeah.
So.
For Magic Mike, though, we had a little slip up with our dinner, which then kind of made us a little late to the show. We ordered Raising Cane's, and then our food never showed up.
What's her freaking name?
Sonia. Fuck you, Sonia.
Fuck you, Sonia, for real.
Really. So we were in a hotel room waiting. trying for our food, and she's just like never came. So so we were like, okay, you know what? Let's go to the resort that the Magic Mike show is at, right? Okay, cool. We get down there, we order an Uber, we hop in, it's 7:20. I look at my phone because I have the tickets, right? Just to, bring them up to make sure I have them, right? I bring them up. And I realize that the show doesn't start at 8. It starts at 7:30. And we are in the Uber at 7:20. I shit my fucking pants. Literally.
If we had missed that, I would have been so sad.
Same.
I don't know how we got it in our heads that it was at 8.
Yes.
Both of us were so committed to the idea that it was at 8.
Yes, I have no clue. Thankfully, our Uber driver heard us freaking out and drove so fast.
He sped for us. He
Yes.
put his life on the line for us.
Honestly. And then we got to the resort at 7:25, got there to the theater at 7:28, ordered our drinks, got to our seats a little bit after the show began, but it was fine. We made it, okay?
Yeah. we did, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
My favorite part was probably going to Hell's Kitchen. The food there was
I forgot about that.
phenomenal.
Yo,
Yeah.
that beef
Wellington.
Wellington was so good.
So
But
good.
no, the real highlight of that meal, yo, let me tell you, that sticky toffee pudding,
Oh my
changed
gosh.
me. It changed me.
So good.
It was one of the best desserts, dead ass, I've ever had in my whole life. Because not only did they have this sticky toffee pudding thing, but they had this ice cream on top that was biscotti flavor. I don't even
Yes.
know. You guys, I want
Honestly,
it.
I feel a little bad
it
because
good.
we didn't finish it. We were so full. Because the beef
So
Wellington, if anyone goes to Hell's Kitchen, just to let you know, the beef Wellington is huge.
Huge.
It is so huge. So by the time that the dessert came out, I was so full that I was gonna
Yep.
throw up. But I felt so bad that I didn't have more.
we were sitting there just in a food coma,
Yeah.
and Selena had stopped eating at this point, but I just kept scooping it in. I didn't even want it, but I wanted it so bad.
Yes.
Because I knew I was gonna feel sick. Oh, but it was so good.
It was so good. Damn, yeah, I forgot about that dessert. Ugh, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great. I will say it's not for the week. I think the first day we both were up over 24 hours because of the time change. It's not when you get there, just prepare that you're never going to go to sleep.
Yeah, and I think I learned I'm a 1 night or 2 night kind of girl for clubs.
Yeah.
But after that, I can't. When people are touching me and getting in my space, and then I'm already tired, and then the freaking shoes, my feet hurt.
Oh my
So
God, the
bad.
shoes. You guys do not wear heels to Vegas.
Don't. I
It's a
don't
bad
care.
idea.
Don't do it for the fashion.
No.
Just don't do it.
It's not even worth it
Don't
for the
do
pictures.
it.
It's so funny
Yeah.
because our last outfit out, our last night out outfit, we're both wearing sneakers.
Because we completely had given up at
Yes.
that point.
Yeah.
So,
it was
whatever.
not worth it.
No, fully wasn't. So,
Yeah.
yay.
But yeah, no, Vegas, 10 out of 10.
Vegas,
was
10 out of
great.
10. Yeah, it was.
Other life updates. So I have not officially, but officially finished revising my book. I'm gonna upload it to my Kindle and read it from there, so I can read it in a different format, kind of in a different feeling versus reading it on my laptop.
Yeah.
But I'm so close to the finish line. I can see it, and I'm
Yay.
so excited because this revision has taken a long, long time. So
Yeah. So does that mean I get to read it too?
yeah, soon.
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
It's okay. Isn't it crazy though? I think here I have the document up. Where is it? So it's gonna be officially a year, September 5th. That I have started
Wow.
drafting this project or whatever.
That's crazy.
I know September 5th was the official day that I started drafting the project, and I can't believe that it's almost been a year. I've been working on this
That's a huge deal.
I know, but I've been working on this for a year. I'm I need to put it to rest. I need to be done. I need to stop.
But at the end of the day, you want it to be as good as it can be, and you've
Yes.
put in so much hard work.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank
And
you.
I cannot wait to read it because I know it's going to be amazing.
Thanks. Any life updates
Oh.
for you?
No, I revised like a chapter or two of my book this weekend, so that was
Nice,
good.
good.
But yeah, no big life updates, just getting caught up with everything and yeah, just kind of chilling. So
What are you drinking today?
Oh, literally just water.
Okay.
I
good.
almost drank coffee, but then you've told me not to do that, and I'm trying to be like healthy.
I mean, sure. I mean, I agree because it is kind of late in the afternoon now where I'm like, don't drink coffee because you'll be up and you won't be able to sleep.
My sleep is so messed up anyway because I cannot go a day without having a nap at some point.
Oh,
so like,
yeah.
may as well just like fuck it up some more.
Yeah, really. I'm actually drinking tea today.
Please tell me it's peach velocini.
It is not. It is a tea
You
called...
only drink that once this summer.
I know. It is called Throat Coat. It's a eucalyptus flavor because my throat has been sore.
Throat coat is great for your throat, but that shit tastes nasty. I'm sorry.
I think it's fine.
Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoy it, but I won't come near it, girl. No.
I think it's fine. I don't know what kind you've had.
Yeah, but you like peppermint tea.
Wait, do you not like peppermint tea?
No.
What? I thought you liked peppermint tea. Wait, I'm sorry.
The way you said
let's
that.
Take a step back. Let's take a couple steps back. You don't like peppermint tea?
No.
Then what tea do we like together? There is a tea that we like, that we both like, that we had bonded over. And that's why we had started this podcast.
Or did I?
What the fuck? This podcast is a lie. It is based on a lie, okay, you guys?
I don't think it was
What was
peppermint
it
because I don't like peppermint. Unless I like lied, but I don't feel like I lied.
Was it? No, it's not lavender. I don't have lavender tea in my...
It's definitely not lavender. Are you sure
What
it wasn't just...
tea
I'm
was
sure
it?
it wasn't... Are you sure it wasn't like different kinds of tea?
No, there was a specific flavor that we both liked together, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that you liked that. Because at that point, I didn't drink a lot of tea, and I only drank this one flavor.
Oh. Wasn't that peppermint, though? Because peppermint's like your go-to.
Yes, but what? I thought you liked peppermint.
I didn't know I was going to create like a whole thing. Oh my God.
Wait, I'm
Well, I
literally
have no
so
idea what it
shook.
is.
I'm literally so shook. What
Not green tea, black tea.
No. I have no clue. Anyways, as my whole world crouches, like I'm drinking throat coat, so I'm kidding. Okay, reading, watching, listening, consuming. Let's start with reading. What are you reading?
I have been taking a break from reading. Actually, I haven't read
okay.
anything in a while, so I don't think I
Nice.
have anything new to share, unfortunately. And obviously, what we'll kind of be talking about today, Selena and I's book club pick this month was Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is obviously our topic today as well. So obviously, I read that, but we'll talk more about that later.
Nice.
What have you been reading?
Earlier this month, I had finished reading Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong with a friend, because that was a buddy read, which is the like adult fantasy. I did not like it. I am amazed it was published. Like, I was just like...
Oh, so it's that level.
There were so many plot holes. I was just like... And there was like a twist at the end. And then I was like, well, how did that happen, though? Because it wasn't even explained. Like, it was so... whatever.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah. And then I read Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, which was the book that I had brought to Vegas with me.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I liked the format of the book. It was dual POV. His was past tense. Hers was present tense. It was super fun to see, like, both timelines kind of come together. But it was so meh until the ending. Okay? I thought the ending / finale was fantastic. But I was like, why did the whole rest of the book have to be so boring for me to get here? Like, I was just a little annoyed because I was like, I trudged through this entire book. Thankfully, the ending paid off, but I was still like a little irked because I was like, the rest of the book sucked. Like, and then, yes, I also read Red, White, and Royal Blue, but
nice. All right. Well, so some not great ones, but that's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. That's all right. What are you watching?
I haven't really been watching a lot of stuff. I did finished The Summer I Turned Pretty. When Theone and I were in Vegas, we did watch episode 7 together. And then I watched the finale, I don't know, like a couple days ago. And then the movie, obviously, that we'll talk about.
Yes.
But did you watch the finale?
I did. I have heard rumors that there's going to be a surprise 9th episode this week.
What? Shut up.
And
For
it
what?
might be centered around July 4th. Because remember how many times they mentioned that, like going back? And didn't this last episode feel like a little unfinished or like a weird ending?
No,
I don't know.
I felt like it was like complete for Belly's character arc. You know, when she went to volleyball camp, like I felt that was very, very complete. So I'm very surprised to hear that there would be a 4th of July special.
So we'll see. We'll see if that actually comes true.
Oh, I would shit my pants.
I've heard that floating around. Yep. I would literally poop. But I did like the finale. I'm Team Jeremiah, so.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely
okay.
not.
I just recommend that people look at the facts.
Okay, go. What are the facts? Please tell me.
Well, we don't need to go into a whole discussion.
You know
right
what? It's
now,
funny because Steven is Team Conrad too, and I love that.
Okay. But when Steven said Conrad challenges her, Conrad doesn't challenge her. Conrad makes Belly question her sanity because he's so freaking toxic.
Okay. Yes, but I feel like
Yeah.
I think that's like a Conrad problem though, and we've known that he's working on opening up.
Is he
and
working on it though?
I think okay, but
Because
change.
I have seen
you
no
have
change.
to remember
I
season
have
2
seen no
takes
change.
place in 1 week. It's 1 week that we've seen. Okay.
Okay, but
And
there was
so-
also a whole year before we got to this season.
But a change doesn't happen within a whole year, especially the way that he's been conditioned.
Okay,
To like take
well,
the world on his shoulders.
But guess what? That's Conrad's problem. He needs to deal with the shit. That doesn't give him an excuse to do the shit he does.
Okay,
But
you're
guess
right.
what?
You're right.
Everyone constantly forgets about how much Jeremiah has gone through. And he is still treating Belly with respect and
Yes.
kindness constantly.
Okay, you're right. Yes, I see that. But I'm still Team Conrad, and I think that
Okay.
Jeremiah is the
Well-
safe option. I saw that. I saw an
When a
analogy.
person calls Jeremiah safe, I'm gonna
I saw an
fucking
analogy on TikTok
freak out.
that said that Jeremiah was a picture book and Conrad is a chapter book.
That's horrible.
But he is a safe option, though.
Oh my God, no.
He is a
He's
safe
not-
option.
He's not safe. Okay, but can I say something?
Yes.
What's wrong with safe and stable?
Okay, no, you're right. There is nothing wrong. But I don't want safe and
I would
stable.
I would like to be with someone safe. I would like to be with someone stable.
Okay, that's you.
And no
That's you.
no one can say that Belly and Jeremiah don't have like passion or chemistry or whatever. Cue the
yes.
fucking kiss in front of the truck.
Yeah.
Cue Jeremiah's hand on her.
No, I think they have fantastic chemistry, and I think they've casted both of them really, really well, and I think it says to Lola as well how she can have so much chemistry with both of them, which again feeds into this whole like Team Jeremiah, Team Conrad thing, but I'm still Team Conrad, and I know season 3 is going to feed me very well.
Well, I'll just rewatch season 2 over and over and over again then. Oh, goodness gracious.
I will say, I sobbed during the scene with Susanna and Belly. And then,
that was so sad.
oh my God, yes, so sad. And then Taylor Swift's Bigger Than the Whole Sky started playing, which is my favorite song off of Midnight's, but it's also the saddest song too, and I was just a mess. Because she was like, I didn't think that we would get another Susanna scene because, you know, I feel like it was very, very centered on Belly, Jeremiah, that whole dynamic and whatever. And when we got another scene with Susanna, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you trying to kill me, Jenny Han?
She is. She is. She
right?
really is.
I think that's all that I'm watching. Are you watching anything else?
I am. So I'm
Okay.
I just started season 6 of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Very nice.
So I'm still working through that. I started watching season 3 of Only Murders in the Building. But there's only
yes.
3 episodes right now, so I've been watching that.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I've been watching Claim to Fame.
Nice.
Which it's getting down to the end. And if I was in that house, I would blow everything up because I have figured out everybody, and I'm just like, there's one guy on there. Spoiler alert if anyone watches the show. You know Donny Osmond?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay. He's like an icon. Like, he's so freaking famous.
Yeah.
No one in that house knows that his son is there. They've guessed his celebrity relative 3 times, but people keep getting sent home because they keep guessing him wrong. I think he could win the whole thing.
Yeah.
They made it so obvious, and they still can't get it. Ooh, I love it. I eat it up. It's so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But I think that's all I've been watching for the most part. So,
Nice.
yeah.
What are you listening to?
Okay. You can't judge me for this.
Magic Mike playlist, isn't it?
Okay, well, I have, but that wasn't what I was going to say.
Okay.
Addison Rae dropped an EP. I don't care what nobody says.
Okay.
That shit slaps. Okay, she is a pop princess. You listen to that. I am like literally listening to it, those stupid 5 songs on repeat. I don't know why I like them so much, but I'm literally obsessed.
That's great for you.
Okay, no, I encourage you to give it a chance. I'm going to send you this one song of hers. I'm going to need you to listen to it.
Okay, send me the best one, because I'm only going to listen to that one.
You're being too cool for school.
Okay, send me the best
I'm
one.
listening to the best pop EP of the year, okay? Thanks.
Okay, that's a little too far. That's a little too far. I was going to say, send me the best one. Right? I'm going to listen to that one, and if I like it, then I'll listen to the rest of the EP.
Deal.
But you got to like pull me
confident.
in. Yeah, you got to pull me in.
I'm confident.
Okay,
I'm confident.
Got it.
So what are you listening to?
I'm just listening to my pop mix on Spotify. It's just whatever. So
Okay.
yeah.
Very exciting.
Not really, but it's okay.
What are you consuming then?
So, because Sonia screwed us over in Vegas, I did get Raising Cane's like last weekend, which was phenomenal.
I also got it last week. So.
Yes, we both deserve it.
We did.
Okay,
We both deserve it.
and then I had some like frozen pizza as well because I was in like a weird spot where like I didn't go grocery shopping, but I didn't really have a lot of food, but I didn't want to go. But then I had a frozen pizza, so I was like, well, I'll just do that. So
yeah,
anyways.
I guess you, girl.
Yeah, what are you consuming?
Not much. I'm going out for dinner tonight to an Italian restaurant I haven't been to before, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And then nothing else really fancy. My roommate and I ordered pizza Saturday night at home. But that's it. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for pop culture?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I am. Sam, I am. Eat green eggs and ham. Sorry.
I have 9.
Oh,
What do
Selena.
What? Do you have like, let me guess, you have 4.
3.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you go first?
Okay. So Zooey Deschanel and Jonathan Scott are officially engaged, which is such a cute, like the most random but cute couple ever.
I love them.
They just seem like such a perfect match in the oddest way. Like they're perfect.
Honestly.
So super excited about that. One of my other pop culture items was that Addison Rae released her EP, but we already talked about that.
Okay.
But it just deserves to be mentioned. You have no idea how obsessed with this I am. Okay.
It's going to show up on your Spotify Wrapped, isn't it?
Honestly, no. My roommate and I were talking about that. We're like, I don't know what I'll do with myself if somehow Addison Rae is like my #1 artist. Like I would,
That's so funny.
I would lose it. And then the other pop culture thing I have is that unfortunately Britney Spears is getting divorced. I am very sad for her because I want her to be happy. But I also just hear so much stuff that like made me question like her ex-husband Sam's like authenticity.
They were only married for 14 months.
I know.
That's like, I know. And I'm with you too, that like I just want her to be happy. And I remember talking on the podcast about, you know, that she's getting married and all that stuff. And yeah, it makes me really sad. And I hope that everything sorts itself out throughout the divorce. So
I hope so too. She deserves to be happy.
No. Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez are each dropping new singles this Friday, August 25th. And I am so excited because like I saw
I'm
Selena
excited,
Gomez's like little announcement. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't gotten music from her in like so long. Super excited. And then Miley also announced that it was going to be on the 25th, and I was like, oh, I'm getting fed. I'm getting fed.
No, it's going to be so good. I'm so excited to see what they put out. Like, I'm so curious, especially what Selena's vibe will be.
I know.
Because we haven't gotten music from her in so long, and like her revival album versus her rare album were so different. So I'm really curious to see like what direction she'll go in.
Along the same lines of Britney, Natalie Portman and her husband, Benjamin Millie Pied, or I don't know how to say his last name, they have separated after 11 years of marriage.
Sad.
I know.
What is in the air this year?
I have
Everybody
no clue.
be breaking up.
I was literally just going to say everyone is breaking up left and right. Like, I would have never predicted. Like, this is crazy. My next one is that Sierra is pregnant with her 4th child.
Who the hell is Sierra?
Sierra.
Oh, Sierra, this beat is automatic. Okay. Got it.
Remember when you were like, oh, wait, who was it at the Super Bowl? Oh, Missy Elliott. You're like, oh yeah, when Missy Elliott came out, I was like, that wasn't Missy Elliott. That's Mary J. Blige.
Oh yes. I still forgot. I was like, it was Missy Elliott.
No, it was not. It was not. That's so funny. But she's pregnant, and this is her 4th child, but then technically her 3rd child with Russell Westbrook. So.
Russell Wilson.
Sure, cool.
Well, wait, who the hell is Russell Westbrook? I've never heard that name in my life.
He's an NBA player. He's on the Lakers. You know what? It's funny because like Jack is so more entrenched in NBA that I don't know anything about NFL, and I forget that like Russell Wilson is like a quarterback. I was like, oh, cool.
Russell
Westbrook. Hey, it was close, okay? It wasn't
so
like Missy Elliott and
Russell Westbrook are having their 4th child.
At least I got the first name and then the first letter of their last name correct.
That's a low standard, but congratulations.
Says you who are like Missy Elliott.
I know. It's completely wrong person.
Taylor Swift announced 1989 Taylor's version, and I am so excited. It's coming out October 27th. It's my absolute favorite album from her. Aww. And I am so ready for it. Like, this is the moment that I've been waiting for. You know, I've been like patient during Speak Now, Fearless, Fred, you know, knowing that my time would come. And my time is here. I am so excited. I'm so excited. I also hope that Harry Styles is featured on Style.
That would just be too perfect.
Really? They're friends really now. Would. They're friends, okay?
Yeah.
I'm manifesting it, okay? Okay, my next pop culture item is that Ariana Grande is celebrating 10 years of Yours Truly, and she has this whole
How did I not include that?
Yeah, she has this whole little schedule starting Friday, August 25th, and I am so, so excited. I can't believe it's been 10 years.
I can't believe it either. I've been a fan of Ariana since the beginning, like for real. And I am just so excited. I can't believe it's been that long and how much she's grown in 10 years. Like, holy crap. So this means we get Miley, Selena, and Ariana content on Friday.
I know.
We are getting fed.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I feel
I'm gonna
like...
be full.
I know. I feel like I'm being spoiled. I'm like, oh my God, me? Yeah.
Literally. Thanks.
My next pop culture item is that Rita Ora and Taika Waititi had a wedding feature in Vogue for their 1-year wedding anniversary.
Aww.
And honestly, the pictures are so them. Like, it's so cute. I love it. Aww. The vibes are immaculate. So,
of course.
I can't believe it's been 1 year for them too. That's crazy.
I know.
I don't know if you've seen this. Like I said, I'm not invested in the NFL, but it recently came out that Michael O'Hare, retired NFL football player from the movie that The Blind Side was based upon, filed a legal petition claiming that Sean and Leanne Towie, I don't know how to say their last name, lied about adopting him and actually became his conservators after he turned 18. And he alleged that the family also profited off of his life story through the 2009 movie, which was crazy. Honestly, did not see it coming this year. Like, not on my bingo card. Not me.
I did not see it coming either.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to see how that will play out.
Same. It's still developing.
Horrible.
I think it broke like last week or last weekend or something like that. So,
and that's going to be a long legal battle, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, last thing. Justin Bieber and Scooter Braun are parting ways after 15 years of Scooter being his manager. And honestly, good for Justin. Good for Justin.
I think I saw a meme about that actually that was like, oh, Ariana Grande is his only money-making client he has left.
Yeah. And I'm not going to be surprised if she leaves him too, because he was shitty to her during Sweetener as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she does either. Yeah. And like if it's going to kind of take a turn for the worse, kind of like it did for Taylor Swift. I mean, I hope. Yeah. I hope that's not the case, but yeah, he definitely does not have the best reputation anymore. Yeah. To say the least.
And he like screwed over Carly Rae Jepsen as well, because he had signed Carly when her Call Me Maybe single blew up and screwed her over too. And I was like, dude, horrible. You need to like get on. You need to do something. Okay.
Literally. Okay. Shall we dive right in then?
Yes. Let's do it.
Okay, Selena. So tell our listeners what we are going to be discussing today.
Today, Theoni and I will be discussing the book and the movie of Red, White, and Royal Blue. The movie premiered, I think, like last week or something on Amazon Prime. So Theoni and I will be chatting about both of them.
I feel like the buildup for this movie has been so big, like, especially since we're both on Book Talk. Like, I think the buildup and the excitement for this movie has been so big. And I was just so excited that the time was finally here to watch it.
And I think we need to remember as well, when this book came out, it was huge. Like, it blew up. Like, I heard about it. And again, like, I just read it like this past month, but like I heard it the second that it was published. And so it was huge across, and everyone knew it. So like, I think that also plays into the fact that like the movie was so big as well, because like everyone I feel like had read it or at least had heard of the book. Okay, overall thoughts. I put my overall thoughts of the book and the movie together. So, I mean,
all right, I'll just follow your lead, man.
Yeah, it's very, very high level. So, I liked the movie better than the book.
I agree.
But I thought the movie was just fine. Like, it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but it was like fun. I also think that if I didn't read the book, I don't think I would have liked the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think one thing Selena and I talked about when we were discussing the book is that it felt kind of not disjointed necessarily, but kind of disjointed, or like a little all over the place. The writing style was very interesting. The way in which we got information was very much through just like telling and not a lot of showing, right? Yeah. At least that's how we both felt about it. And so I was very curious how that would translate to being a movie. And I think being able to watch these things play out made more sense for the storyline than it did in the book. I will say that I think overall the movie was more successful in telling the story than the book for that reason.
I agree. That's why I liked it better. So.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I think it's unfortunate because I think I felt similarly to the book in the movie, that in the way that we talked about of like the characters and the plot and the general premise is so good. Yes. But I just still felt like there was too much going on, or just the pieces weren't totally connected and the focus was on the wrong thing, and which we'll talk more about later. But yeah, it just stinks because I think both the book and the movie just almost felt like missed opportunities.
I know. I had hoped that they would fix it with the movie, and they fixed some things, but they left out the biggest, or in my opinion, the biggest problem. Like, they left it in, and I was like, okay, well, I can't say anything else. Like, I still feel the same about it. So
yeah, exactly. And some of the changes that they put in the movie versus the book, I was just like, I don't get. Yeah. So just very, very interesting.
Starting off, I want to get your thoughts about our two main leads. So Taylor Zakhar Perez, who plays Alex, and then Nicholas Galitzine, I think that's how you say his name, who plays Henry. I want to get your thoughts.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts.
I have to say, number one, for being two characters who are bisexual and gay, I am so stinking attracted to both of them. I don't know how to feel about that. Me too. Okay.
Me too.
Holy crap. The casting of the two of them, I think, was probably the most successful thing the movie did.
Yes.
I thought they both embodied the characters they were supposed to play so well. Yes. I thought their acting was very good and like very much fit the vibe of the film.
Oh yeah.
So I was all for the casting. I thought they were so good. I thought they had good chemistry. Yeah. So yeah.
I unfortunately have been sleeping on Nicholas. Like, I think you know that I'm a Henry ho. Like, I love Henry in the book, and I love Henry in the movie. But, like, Nicholas? I didn't watch Purple Hearts on Netflix. So, I, like, I haven't seen him act in anything until this movie. And he is amazing. He is amazing.
He's really good. Okay, so I watched both Purple Hearts and the Camila Cabello Cinderella version, which is the two things I've seen.
He's in that?
He's the prince.
What?
In the Camila Cabello Cinderella.
What?
Yep.
That's so random.
Yep.
Okay.
So between Purple Hearts and that, I always knew I thought he was attractive and I liked him, but I don't think those two movies at all like showcased him like this movie did.
Yes.
So go him.
I just like his like acting and his like emotions on his face was so amazing, so authentic. Like I could feel his emotions, and I was like, he was such a perfect Henry that I was just dying. I will say though, I think Taylor was the perfect Alex, but I couldn't get on board 100% with his acting. Like I felt like some of it didn't really feel authentic, especially when he was opposite Nicholas, because I feel like Nicholas is so authentic in his emotions that it felt really hard for me to see like Taylor meet his level, if that makes sense. But I mean, their chemistry together was amazing. So it was great. It was great. Next thing I want to talk about as well is that a couple of the things that they change from the book for the movie, which honestly I wasn't upset by, because as I told you before, I think the book was too long as it was. So I was very, very intrigued to see what they cut out. The first thing that they cut out was June, which was Alex's sister. I was a little sad because I did like June, but honestly, I understand why they cut her out, because there was just no room for her in this film.
No, there was no room for her in the movie. And like having read the book, I was like, oh, that's kind of sad, because I thought her character was fun. Yeah. But then watching the movie, if I hadn't read the book, like it didn't feel like there needed to be someone there.
Yes, exactly. I agree. Same thing goes with his parents. They're not divorced. They're together in the movie. Which honestly, I was like, that was a smart move, because trying to explain the divorce is a waste of time. Just have them together.
100%. 100%.
Okay, the next thing that they changed was that Senator Luna wasn't a character in this book, and instead was replaced by the reporter Miguel, which, again, going back to your overall thoughts, made the plot lines even more separate, and in my opinion, even worse than the book. Like, I thought it was just, it didn't make sense.
I didn't prefer that either, but the biggest reason was I liked in the book the dynamic of like Henry and Alex, with like Alex, like his sexuality being very like new to him and something new he was discovering, and Henry being like, no, I am like, I
very
am gay.
Yeah,
you know,
very gay.
Very gay. Yeah. And I think the fact that then Alex was like, oh yeah, Miguel and I hooked up once, and oh, me and this guy I used to live with hooked up once or whatever, which is fine. Like they made his character more confident in his sexuality, but like I think I missed that dynamic, and so that's the biggest part, which I was like frustrated about Miguel being.
I think along those lines too, I was a little sad to realize that Alex he didn't exactly come out, because he did come out to his mom eventually as bisexual, but to have that moment in the book, it was like a good 20 pages of him being like, why do I feel these things? Am I bisexual? Am I gay? I think that's such a big, important part that I was so sad that they cut out, because I feel like that was such a big part of Alex, his character development, and they were just like, nope, And I was like, okay, I understand because like they don't have a lot of time for a movie. I'm like, okay, cool. But it just still made me sad because I felt like that was the meat of his character.
Well, especially with a big movie like this, with
Yes.
like a gay couple.
Yes.
It that is very rare to be found in films.
Yes.
It just felt like a missed opportunity to like display that.
Yeah, no,
So,
I agree.
Yeah. One thing I also have to point out, and maybe you're about to say this, but a change that they made is the starting point, which is interesting because I remember when you and I were talking about the book, you said, why didn't they just start when the whole cake fiasco happened? Like, I didn't need the first chunk of the book. And then guess what the movie did? Started with the cake fiasco.
So the book actually starts with the cake fiasco. I'm sorry. I said it should have started with New Year's. It should have cut out the 100 pages and started with New Year's. That's okay though.
So
I like the
I'll
cake scene.
shut up now.
No. I like the cake scene. The way that it was displayed made sense. I was like, okay, cool. But in the book, it didn't make sense because I was like, what is happening? Like, I don't understand.
Literally.
Like, what is the dynamic? So, I mean, I think they did a good job showing it in the film, and I liked it that way. I'm not going to say, like, everything that happened in the movie, just, like, whatever my comments are on. But the interviews that they do after the cake fiasco when Alex goes to London and they do, like, damage control, the interviews with the British press were so funny when, like, Henry was talking about Queen Victoria, and then Alex goes, "Oh, Vicky," and then does, like, the whoa or whatever. I laughed so hard because that's so Gen Z and cringe, but it's so Alex too.
Literally. That was like the perfect moment they added in, and the way he did it, and then the way Henry reacted, and like, I don't know. That was such a funny moment. I was literally dying. I was like, did he just do that?
Yes. Again, too, I think some of these moments like that, I was like, oh, that's Alex. That's definitely Alex. And I thought it was just so funny, and I was eating it up. The hospital scene, I'm only talking about something that happens at the end of the hospital scene. But I really liked that whole kind of sequence. But when they're done with it, they go their separate ways. I love that the camera stayed on Henry so that you could see all the emotions on his face of like what he was feeling. And again,
because you could tell he was feeling some type of way.
Yes,
he was.
And like, again, Nicholas was so perfect for Henry because you could feel like the dread of just like these emotions that he's dealing with, battling with in his head. And he didn't say anything. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I loved it. Loved it. I do want to mention this because I was pretty impressed. And I had brought it up when we were reading the book as well.
Yeah.
But the whole like texting thing that they do in the first part of the book, specifically like the scene with the turkey for Thanksgiving. I loved the way that they were doing voiceovers for their texts, and then sometimes we saw their text messages as well, but then they were in the same room and like doing their own thing, but it was so like visually so cool to see texting displayed that way.
Yeah, I thought it was so smart to like honor the book that way, but make it make sense for the movie.
Yes.
Like, I just thought it was a really, really smart thing to do.
I agree. I was like, this is so cool. Whoever thought of it, good for you. Especially when like they go to hang up and they're like slaying on the bed together. And like, and then as they're like going to say goodbye or whatever, Henry's voice changes to like his like phone audio voice, or it's like a little staticky and stuff. And I was like, this is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it was so good.
Again, I think is like the fun thing of like reading the book beforehand and then watching the movie, because I don't think I would have appreciated that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is like the Prime Minister dinner, right? After New Year's, after they kiss or whatever, which I thought like New Year's was cute, but I don't have anything to comment on that.
Yeah. I will say I laughed at New Year's when everyone went down during Get Low and they were up and that was so cheesy. It was like a very cliche. Now or Never High School Musical 3 moment where Gabrielle was like, try, but now I can hard. I was like, oh my fuck, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I will say though, Alex getting Henry to dance to Get Low and then Henry slowly like trying to, it was so cute. I'm sorry. I just
No, I love it. And then he's like, did they just say sweat drop
down his balls?
Yeah. I was like, oh, Henry.
I love it. I loved it so much. Okay. But yes, Prime Minister dinner.
Okay, Prime Minister dinner, right? They kiss, and now Alex is like, oh my gosh, what do I do? This is the next time I see him. The Red Room was so funny. Like, their kiss was hot, right? But then when Amy walked into the room and they pulled apart, and then Henry is looking at the books, I died.
I was dying so hard. And then Alex is over there. All of a sudden, he becomes a freaking florist. Like,
yes!
I'm like, you're not hiding anything from nobody.
Dumb. You guys are so dumb. Like, it was so funny. Ugh. So this is after the Prime Minister dinner when Henry goes to Alex's room. I just have a note that I say, when Alex was unbuttoning his like white shirt and it was half open and then he was pushed onto the couch, that shit got me. Like, why is that so hot? And for what?
No.
For what?
I don't know. I think it's this. Okay. See, let me just say something. Okay. Let me tell you something. There is something about the cinnamon roll, a little bit shy boy, kind of like Henry, when you're in sexy time and all of a sudden it's almost like there's like a little bit of a personality switch and they take control. That's the shit that does it for me.
Yeah, I agree. And what got me too was then when Alex, they were talking after on the couch, and like Alex was like, oh yeah, your majesty, and then Henry goes, it's your royal highness, and he pushes Alex on the couch. I could not. Literally.
Yo, I really be exposing myself on that podcast because all you need to do is listen to this, and I think you and me, you know what Selena and I like, okay? You do, and that, oh my God.
But this is a safe place, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. We do not ick anyone's yum here.
Yeah, guys.
Which is so funny because Nora said that in the film, and I laughed so hard.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh. You stole that from us.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Right. The next scene is Henry inviting Alex to polo. I was very surprised that this was like a montage type thing. I think with the book, it was a lot of like montage, vignettes type of things. So I was very intrigued to see like what scene would turn into a montage. And I don't know why, but I was very surprised that this scene specifically was like a little montage.
I think it's one of those things where like it was one of those scenes where you either make it a scene or you could have just cut it out. Like, I don't think it necessarily did anything for the plot in the movie.
So the thing is, in the movie, in the book, it was their first outing as real friends, right? Because then at that point, they liked each other. They were hooking up consistently. And so the montage felt so weird. I was like, this is weird that you would glaze over something so big because they're now very public, real friends. So
I agree. Yeah. So just odd.
In Paris, when Henry was like, let's make love tonight, I did throw up in disgust because who the fuck says that, Theoni? Who says that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who says that.
I will say, I did like that Alex teased him about it because I would have given Henry shit about that too. I was like, who says 100%. Make love?
Yeah. I screamed. I was like, oh, Henry.
I know.
You did not have to say that.
No, I know. I know you're a hopeless romantic, but I don't think you had to say that.
Let's make love. Yeah. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just grab his face and kiss him. Just do it.
Literally. Like you've been doing.
Yeah.
Yo.
And then, again, there's this like weird montage of like Alex going to Texas to like canvass and sign up voters and stuff, which I understand because that was like his kind of plot line. But again, I didn't care because it wasn't directly involved with Henry. So I was like, yeah, okay, I guess you're going to Texas now. And then their emails were all voiced over, which I guess I wasn't sure what I wanted for the emails, but I think I was a little disappointed compared to how their texting was displayed.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know. I don't know.
And I will say, I think The Alex canvassing thing didn't bother me because I think it made the end more fulfilling, right?
Yes.
But I feel like Alex got that plot, but then we didn't really see Henry struggle truly until the end.
Yeah.
When, like, he had the conversation with the king or whatever, which we'll probably get there, I'm sure. But I wish the movie had just given a little bit more of Henry's backstory, I guess.
Yeah. They're in the hotel room, right? Because
Uh-huh.
I think Henry surprises Alex somewhere or whatever. Like the night before his mom accepts the nomination.
Yeah.
They're caught by Zara, which I loved that they kept in because honestly, it was even funnier in the movie than in the book, and I loved it.
It was so funny.
It was so funny. Oh my god. And then when he was like, she was like, who all knows? And then Alex is listing off the people, and then Henry's like, oh, I told my sister. She was really happy
was like,
for
oh,
us.
you did? Oh, that's great.
And
I
Zara's
thought
like,
that
stop.
was so funny.
So funny. Like, I loved it. I was eating it up. Oh, this is a random mention, but during their little, like, summer getaway in Texas, when they're reading books on the hammock, Alex is reading One Last Stop.
Which is Casey McQuiston's book. I thought
so
that was I love those Easter eggs in books like that, you know?
Yes, I was like, oh, that's so funny. And I was like,
Right?
I wonder if, like, they would exist in each other's, like, universes. Does that make sense? Or are they separate universes? I don't know. After the summer getaway, right, when Henry runs away and Alex doesn't say that I love you or whatever, I love that we get Henry's POV because that's what I wanted in the book.
Same.
And all of his struggles and his conversation with his sister and why he's avoiding Alex, like, that is all I wanted from the book. And I am so happy that the movie gave him time for his struggles.
Yeah, we needed that. We really needed that. And I think, like I said before, I think some of those scenes could have come earlier, but I'm glad it came when it did because I think the rest of the movie kind of wouldn't have, like, hit the same way if we hadn't gotten that.
I agree. Alex flies to London to confront Henry about, like, why you're avoiding me, dude.
Yeah.
I loved this scene in the book. And I loved it in the movie. I thought they did such a great job. Again, I am such a Henry Ho. I am now Nicholas Ho as well. But he was so good in this scene of, like, the emotion and the conviction and the pain in his voice of, like, why they can't be together and how Henry belongs to the crown and Alex belongs to the people and blah, blah, all this other stuff. And I just, like...
what did he say? Like, I'm not going to trade one prison for another. I was like, oh.
I gasped. I was like, oh my God, Henry. Like, his pain was, like, so palpable during that scene.
I know.
I think I'm going to go rewatch it. Right, so then they, like, make up, and I also really loved seeing, like, what quotes made it from the book to the movie, and the quote where Alex was like, if you want me to leave, you're going to have to ask me to leave. And obviously, like, Henry can't.
I love that. He can't.
Yeah, like, he obviously can't. Love that they kept it in, so.
Yeah.
Alex obviously stays because Henry can't ask him to leave. Yep. And then they go to the museum. And they dance. And it was literally so cute. Like, I think this is the scene that I needed. Like, this was all that I needed from them. And I got a little teary-eyed when Alex began playing Can't Help Falling in Love with You on his phone.
That was the worst remix of Can't Help Falling in Love I've ever heard.
Oh, I agree.
That ruined it for me. The song Love, that remix made me want to die.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I don't know why they picked it, but honestly, like, that song is the definition of them. Like, they can't help themselves fall in love.
They can't help it.
I know, right? And I love that, like, Alex played that and just started dancing with him because he knew that that's what Henry wanted, and he could give Henry that. He was literally showing and proving to Henry that he could be everything that Henry wanted. Everything that Henry needed.
Literally.
Grow up. I love them. Okay. Sorry. Honestly, I love these characters. I think the plot just, like, wasn't doing it for me.
No,
but
I love the characters more than their story. For real.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then when Alex leaves to go back to the US after their little like night together or whatever, Henry gives Alex his ring. And I love that they kept that in, but then Alex gave him the key, which was something new. But I liked that it was kind of like a little exchange.
Yeah. Yeah, to have the reminder of each other.
I know. Gonna throw up. I'm literally gonna throw up, okay? So then, like, the big climax of the film is that their emails are leaked. And I will say, I loved it that we saw it from Henry's perspective instead of Alex's, because it held way more stakes for Henry than it did for Alex in the book. And it felt like the whole world was crashing, which quite literally it did for Henry. And I loved that.
I just thought that was a really good moment. And I loved seeing kind of Alex and Henry sitting there in front of the king together.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I love that he, like, finally stood up for himself. I was like, oh, Henry, like, yeah, you can be yourself.
Character development, go off. Yes.
I really loved that. And then, obviously, they were accepted by everyone. And that, I will say, I think the king gave in a little too easily. Of, like, Henry, are you sure this is what you want? Like, everyone will, like, know this now, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, shouldn't you be fighting more? Like, this is your rule.
Well, again, that's why I stand by I like the characters more than I like the story, because it could have been a whole thing where, like, it took the king a little while to get to that point versus it all happening in one scene.
Yes, exactly. Like, he suddenly, when everyone was outside, the king was like, well, Henry, is this what you want?
I guess you're going to be gay now.
Yes.
Sorry.
I was like,
well, not that he wasn't, you know, like...
no, I understand that, but like,
like
I just felt like it was too easy. It was too convenient for Henry's character development when the whole entire reasoning they couldn't be together was because he belonged to the crown or whatever. So I was like, this is a little too easy, but whatever. Honestly, I skip over that Alex's mom wins re-election. Everyone lives happily ever after. They go to his house at the end of the story, and the end. Like, that's it. Honestly, because I at that point, I'm like, why? What? Like, I don't know. Anyways.
Why what?
Why the plot? Literally, why plot?
Why
plot?
Period. Plot. Why plot? No, but it's true. Again, like, we don't need to be redundant with ourselves, but, like, I like the characters way better than the story. And, like, the premise is great, but the plot just didn't hit at certain points.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like we talked about, I like the movie better than the book, which rarely happens. Yeah. But I still felt mediocre about both of them. But I will say, I think if they had casted Henry and Alex different, I would have even liked it less. So, like, I think that casting saved them a ton.
Oh, 100%. They somehow found the perfect Alex and Henry and casted them. And it was, crazy.
Yeah. God, Taylor's so hot.
He is very hot. His muscles in the, like, in his swimsuit when they were on the dock, I could not. Literally could not.
No, same. But
so you're gonna take Taylor and I'm gonna take Nicholas. Okay,
I'm totally fine with this. I'm totally fine with that. I'm like, good deal. I'm all set. Bye. But yeah, any other overall thoughts, feelings, comments, concerns, questions?
No, I think that's it for me.
Same. I don't have any of those either. So, well, Selena, do you want to share with our listeners what we'll be discussing next week?
Yeah, next week is going to be a super fun episode. Theoni and I are going to do 1-minute rants, and they're going to be a little random, or at least we're going to choose them live on the podcast, and then we have to like quickly come up with a little rant that we can do for 1 minute. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I think I'll be fine.
You know what? I'm not really nervous because I think I keep like my rage under the surface, but if I need to bring it to light, I can.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I actually think this is gonna give me an opportunity
Yeah.
to just,
You're like the
go
Hulk
off.
where it's like I'm always angry all the time, but if I have to like destroy people, then I will transform.
See, the thing is like I don't think I'm an angry person, but like I will get angry.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's normal to get angry.
That's something we're working on. Not shoving our feelings down. Yes. Okay, well, anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.